What's going on, guys? My name is Rano, and welcome to the second episode of Nintendo News. Now you're probably wondering, where was the video in March? Where was the episode of Nintendo News in March? Well, I originally planned on releasing a video to celebrate 1 year of the Nintendo Switch, but plans fell through, and I couldn't get it up in time, so I'm sorry about that. However, because of that, I'm going to be combining February and March's news into this episode, so it's going to be a pretty big one, as you can probably already tell. It's going to be a pretty long episode, and I should also point out that Switch streaming, if you came through the Kirby Star Allies stream, any more streaming on the Switch might have to be put on hold for a while until I can figure out a stable setup arrangement instead of having to bring my dock out from the main room that it's in to in here, and I bring it back out there once I'm done. I'll talk more on that later on in the episode, but that might have to put on hold for now. Until then, I can still do my Wii and Wii U streams and maybe a couple other ones down the road, but I just want to get that out of the way. And because this is a very long episode, I can't do this on my own, so I am introducing to you Random Entertainment.
Hello world, it's your fellow disembodied voice here. I am Random Entertainment, or Random ENT, however you want to call me. I am also a Nintentuber, or however you want to call us. I make Nintendo animations about news. It would mean the world to me if you could check out my channel. I'm gonna assume Rano has it linked in the description, but thank you for having me in this video. And yeah, that's the end of my shameless channel plug.
Go check out his channel, links will be in the description below. Again, I'm going to talk more on that at the end of the episode, but without further ado, let's begin. So let's start off with February's news. It was announced that there would be Pearl and Marina amiibos releasing on July 13th. These are the newest Splatoon 2 amiibos. We've had the Squid Sisters before, Callie and Marie in Splatoon 1. Now we have Marina and Pearl off the hook in Splatoon 2, and they're finally getting their own amiibo July 13th, almost a year after the original game was released. You know, it's finally time. I think they deserve their own amiibo. I definitely would have wanted to get them closer to day one, but what can you really do? Also, while we're on the topic of Splatoon 2, it was announced that there is a starter edition coming out that includes the game, a starter guide, and a sticker sheet. Of course, it's going to be a bit pricier than just the game itself, but of course it comes with a starter pack, or a starter guide rather, and a sticker sheet, so of course you would expect it to be more. But if you're into that kind of thing and you don't already have Splatoon 2, I would definitely recommend picking this up.
Bayonetta 1 and 2 were released on the Switch. Want to know something else that was released? Luigi's Balloon World. It's DLC for Mario Odyssey. It's a really fun minigame where you can hide balloons and other players have to find them, or you find other players' balloons. If you find the other players' balloons, you get coins, but if you can't find other players' balloons, then they get coins. Same thing, vice versa.
And that's all we have for February. There wasn't really that much news that month, which is probably another good reason why I didn't do a episode of Nintendo News in March, because most of my news is from March, which you should know why. So to start, we have the Breath of the Wild soundtrack being announced to release on April 25th in Japan. I really honestly do hope that we get that over here, because I really like listening to video game soundtracks. I have an entire folder that I use for a lot of my videos actually, and just for listening to in my spare time, of just video game soundtracks, you know, just Pokemon, Mario, Kirby, other game songs that I just listen to. I really like them, and the Breath of the Wild soundtrack is no exception. Some of the songs in that are really amazing, and if we can get that over here, then that would be really awesome. Nintendo, make that happen.
March 3rd was the 1 year anniversary of the Nintendo Switch. It's kinda crazy that it's already been 1 year.
Let's hope the second year is just as good.
You can now use the My Nintendo Gold points in the eShop, so yeah, collect those coins from your games.
Now, the moment you've been waiting for, the Nintendo Direct. This was an absolutely insane one. There was so much stuff just in this section alone that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to try to go briefly over it and then go back to some topics later on. So first, we have Luigi's Mansion Remake coming on to the Nintendo 3DS, along with Captain Toad being to the Switch with brand new levels themed around Super Mario Odyssey. And we also finally got a date for Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition coming out May 18th, the Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy being ported onto the Nintendo Switch, something that a lot of fans didn't expect. We got a lot of news on Mario Tennis Aces, along with a Splatoon 2 expansion was announced coming out this summer for the Octo expansion. I'll get back to that in a second. Undertale for the Switch was also announced, again, I'll get back to that. And Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch, I will get back to that. I'm going to go into the order that I already announced them on here. So, let's start with Luigi's Mansion coming on to the Nintendo 3DS as a remake. I never got to play the original Luigi's Mansion, so I'm definitely going to pick this up. So, now I can finally enjoy it on my 3DS, and I'm really excited for that whenever it comes out.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is going to be on Switch. It's also on 3DS too, so that's kind of crazy that the same games are going to be on both handhelds. What makes the Switch version stand out, you may be asking? It has Mario Odyssey inspired levels, so that's pretty cool.
Hyrule Warriors is another game I did not get to play, so I am going to be probably picking it up on the Nintendo Switch. It just never really seemed like my thing. I might buy it, I might not.
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is coming to the Switch. It's kind of funny since, Crash kind of competed with Mario a while back.
Now here's one that I'm honestly pretty excited about. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if I lose a bunch of subscribers. I mean, I already did like a couple of days ago, so this won't even really affect me that much. But Undertale is coming on to the Nintendo Switch. I'm honestly excited about it. I really enjoy Undertale.
I personally have never played this game before. I've heard that it's good, so I'm definitely going to be trying it.
There was a lot of stuff covered about Mario Tennis in this Nintendo Direct, which I feel like was intentional. They were marketing it as a mainly Mario Tennis Aces Direct, but nonetheless, it looks like it is going to be a really good game. But can I just talk about something real quick? Can I just talk about how Chain Chomp is now a playable character in Mario Tennis Aces? You can literally play as a Chain Chomp, a character who doesn't have arms. He's shown in the thing, he's holding it with his mouth. He doesn't have arms, but he's playing tennis. He's holding the racket with his mouth. I don't know how that's even possible. I don't know how he's having. But honestly, I'm pretty excited for Mario Tennis Aces. When it does come out, I probably will be picking it up at some point.
Splatoon 2 Octo expansion is Splatoon 2 DLC. The gameplay is similar to the campaign mode that Splatoon 2 comes with, but this time it has 80 levels. That's why the logo is styled like the 80s.
Now the thing that most people are extremely excited about,
Super Smash Brothers is coming to the Switch.
We don't know if it's a port or a new game. We're pretty sure it's a new game because they're having the Invitational at E3, and they're having a Splatoon 1 and 2, and they're having the Smash Invitational on E3. It can't be a port because I already had the Wii U one, so if it was a port, they would already know how the mechanics work, except for with the Joy-Cons. That would be a little bit confusing, but there would obviously be the control scheme to the Pro Controller that it was, and then have the Pro Control scheme carrying over. But then they're having the Invitational, so it must be a new game, new concepts. Nobody knows how it's going to work, so they're getting these fresh new players, and it's going to be crazy. And these games, Nintendo knows how to get me excited, I'm telling you that much. They also, while we're on the topic of Smash, they also updated their website to fit the new game. It used to be the Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U website for SmashBros.com. Now they made it a lot sleeker design, and they fit it just for the new game. It's pretty barren right now. Obviously, we don't have any information about it, but more is going to come as time goes on, especially after E3. That website is going to be hopefully filled with more information that we can base this on, because I am really excited for this game, and I know you all are too, hopefully. So, anyway, let's move on now.
Where's my Netflix on the Switch? I want a Netflix and chill. This seems like it's not a priority for Nintendo, since we don't have Netflix or any other apps like YouTube's on the Switch. What's going on, Nintendo?
Detective Pikachu was released for the Nintendo 3DS on March 23rd with an oversized amiibo that is 5.3 inches. That is twice the size of a regular amiibo. And I didn't get this game myself. Personally, I'm not really that interested in it. But I might just get the amiibo to train Pikachu in Smash Bros. I might do that. I'm not really sure. Sonic Mania was announced to be getting a physical release soon with Sonic Mania Plus. which I'm assuming is just going to be an update for previous Sonic Mania owners, but I'm not too sure about that yet. But it's also coming with 2 new characters coming back, Mighty and Ray. If you remember these guys, they appeared in previous Sonic games, and they're finally making a return to the franchise. Sonic Mania Plus, coming out soon. I'm not exactly sure when, but it's there.
The Nintendo Switch got an update. It comes with more profile pictures, pictures from Kirby Star Allies, and more profile pictures about ARMS.
I think it also included some bug fixes and features that I will get into later on that really... it's not good, okay? It's just bad. The NES Presentation was on March 20th. This presentation was not really that too major. It featured indie games, obviously, but there was a couple ones that I was interested in. Bomb's Chicken, Just Shapes and Beats, and The King is Dead. All these look like really good games, honestly, in my opinion, and I'm excited to see when they all individually release. I probably will be getting some of these. The King is Dead definitely looked really interesting, and I probably will be checking that one out. Let's just hope it doesn't end up like the other King's Dead. Like I said earlier when I was going on my rant about Smash Bros, the Splatoon 2 Invitational is going to be held at E3 this year, and it's definitely going to be an exciting time for Nintendo fans, because there's also going to be a Smash Bros Invitational, which I already went on about. We're going to see some brand new features of the game that no one knows about but Nintendo. So this is going to be an exciting time. You all better be watching that E3 presentation, because Smash Bros is going to be there. It's already been confirmed. It's probably going to take up a pretty major part of the presentation. So you better look forward to that. I know I am, and I'm extremely excited for when E3 is this year. I can't wait. Alright, anyway, let's move right on, because if you let me talk about that for way too long, they're just gonna end up like the other one did. You might remember a little while back there was a Switch projector dock that was on Kickstarter called the Ojo. Well, that's been funded for an official release in Japan. Of course, Japan gets all the cool stuff, but this might not be the best case. Although it may seem like it's an excellent idea, and it is in theory. I'm gonna get into why it isn't in just a couple seconds.
There's another Monopoly gamer coming out. What's a Monopoly gamer? It's Monopoly based around a video game. This one is based around Mario Kart. It came out on March 28th. You know the Sonic game that came out last year? No, not Sonic Mania, silly. Sonic Forces. Yeah, they released the soundtrack.
There's a new Splatfest announced, which is going on right now, actually. Baseball versus soccer. I personally am team baseball, because I've played the sport for a little while. But what's interesting to me is this Splatfest, it's baseball versus soccer over here, but in Japan, they made a Splatfest about Nike. I'm not making this up. Here's the official Splatfest art in Japan for this same Splatfest that we were having. Just as a comparison, here's ours, and here's theirs. This is all official. Man, how come Japan gets all the cool stuff? I swear. And our final story of the day.
Third-party docks have been bricking the Switch, so be very careful with where you get your docks from. I don't know why people just don't use a Nintendo one. You can literally just open it up and take the motherboard out and just put it in a case that they sell online. Not that hard.
This might not happen for everyone, but I implore you to always be careful if you're using a third-party Nintendo Switch dock. It could brick your system. Hey, it almost happened to me. So that definitely goes to show you that if at all available, always go with the official one. But you know, this might have just been one or two bad instances, and Nintendo could be working hard to fix the issue. But that is all the news we have for today. I just want to give another shout out to Random Entertainment for helping out with this episode. I definitely could not have covered all this news on my own, otherwise this episode would have been about an hour long. So please go check out his channel, go give him a subscribe. He makes really good Nintendo content similar like this. If you want constant Nintendo news coverage, go check him out. He uploads videos every single Tuesday. But with that being said, and with that all out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like down below and leave a comment telling me if there was anything that I missed or any other content that you want to see on the channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to hit the bell icon to be notified every time I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.